This Skip coming to you live straight out of Real Hard Cichlids Kennel. And as you guys probably can tell, I'm a little excited. Right before you are my Trimac cichlids. One is a Pyro Trimac and one is a old school green Trimac that I purchased from Jeff Rabb. And I want to first start out by apologizing to you guys for the poor video quality of this awesome display of fry, this massive sea of fry just swimming everywhere. But I'm not using your traditional video camera. I'm using a regular picture camera that also takes videos as well. And like I said, I apologize for that. I am going to upgrade. I know you guys have been waiting for that for a long time, to a video camera made just for YouTube, so that I can shoot some quality videos. Also, I'm going to do a little more landscaping in my aquariums, you know, jazz it up a little bit. And those are some of my New Year's resolutions as far as my cichlids are concerned. But for now, before you are my Pyro Trimac cichlids, straight out of Real Hard Cichlids Kennel. Woo! And I also want to touch on something else while I'm at it, and then I'm gonna keep my mouth shut so you guys can enjoy the video. I did post some pictures online. I put a question to everyone. I challenged some people and I asked them whether or not they can tell me the difference between these two cichlids, actually, because a lot of people online question my Pyro Trimac line. You know, they say they some type of flower horn hybrid or low grade flower horn. I mean, that's ridiculous. How can you call a Trimac a low grade flower horns when flower horns wouldn't even exist without the Trimac species? This is a species that was made in nature, naturally, from Mother Nature. And you're talking about something that was made in the lab, man-made in the lab, because I've seen many Trimac species crossbreed with Festes and red devils and other people's aquariums in the past, and they never came out looking like the variety of colors and lines that the flower horn has. So that has to be something that was tampered with by man in the lab genetically. So, you know, for all you people who don't have uncommon sense, that's not my problem. But ignorance is not an excuse for debate. So I ask you guys as well that's watching this video, can you tell me which one is the one that I purchased from Jeff Rabb and which one is the one that I bred myself off my Pyro Trimac line? And like I said, when you're breeding, and you're in the business of breeding, you have to sometimes interject other bloodlines to keep your bloodline fresh. Because if you keep inbreeding, and we can touch on that later, I don't have the time to touch on that now, you will find yourself with a lot of deformities in your cichlids. And I like high quality cichlids, and I have so many of them, I can't afford to have 100 or more come out, you know, color fading or disformities, like one eye is bigger than the other and things of that nature. So yes, I purchased a Trimac from Jeff Rabb for that purpose and for a purpose of proving a point that the so-called experts out there, the haters, who like to come online and try to discredit Real Hard Cichlids and try to attack the integrity of my cichlids to prove a point. And I guarantee you, more than 50% of them couldn't even tell me the difference between these two fish. And I just can't help myself. While I'm on, I'll just give you another, I'll just try to impart some more knowledge on you. There's also other line breed cichlids as well out there, like the in the Midas family, for example. You have the Chancho, you have the Huggaboom Room, you have the Amarillo, the Iceless, and many more. Barred Midas. But at the end of the day, you have a Midas cichlid. And I don't see a lot of people debating that. And to be honest with you, and this is a fact, I'm not dealing with no truth, I'm not dealing with my opinion, I'm dealing with the facts. This is a fact. I am the very first person to line breed any type of cichlids and actually publicize it and put it out there on the internet. You can't find any data or any information in any book predating 2003 about Huggaboons, Huggaboom Rooms, Chanchos, and Iceless. Not in no book you can find that information. And I have most of the books, if not all the books, from the 80s to the 90s on up to 2005. But you can go online and you can see my article, the Pyromex versus the flower horn, that was copyrighted and dated back in 2004. So the Pyromex, that tells you right there, that's evidence, documentation, be conversation all day long, that I was line breeding even back then. And that was before the Huggaboom Rooms had even discovered, or someone decided to name a Barred Midas, because at the end of the day you have a Barred Midas, a different name because they had some type of different characteristics from the other Barred Midas, which is nothing wrong with that, people. I'm not debating that that's not factual or something wrong with it, because they're doing the same thing I'm doing, they're line breeding. But that's just my point. Why is it that the Pyro Trimac is questioned when I'm one of the first people to line breed? I'm one of the first people to actually print an article online describing the difference between line breeding, cross breeding, hybridizing cichlids. You can go on my webpage and look at it right now. And it's funny that now all of a sudden I'm seeing a lot of people talk about line breeding and cross breeding, when before I printed that article, no one was talking about it. The only people was talking about it were people in the dog world with the pit bulls and the cane corsos and Presa canaries and things of that nature. But nobody was talking about it in the cichlid world, in the cichlid community. But then of course Skip come out and he talk about it, and he put an article out online, and a lot of people, the haters, come out and plagiarize my article and try to use my own information against me, which sounds ridiculous to me. And who wouldn't want this beautiful? I mean, look at these fish. Look at the coloration. The markings, the teardrops. Beautiful specimen. I know some of you guys that's been on my waiting list. You can't wait till these guys get some size on them. And trust me, they will be available to you. And while my trap open, I like to thank all the people who subscribe to my page. I like to thank all the friends. I like to thank all my friends and followers on Facebook. Well over 1,000 people follow me on Facebook. I think that's a great accomplishment. And I do appreciate you all, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this. So yes, we at Real Hard Cichlids, myself, Skip, appreciate that. And this will probably be one of the last videos I make with this this camera, until I get a new camera and show you guys some better quality videos. Because trust me, this camera is not doing these fish any justice. I mean, the red and green and gold and blue in these fish are just unbelievable. Even the babies are gold and green color. The fry, but the video camera, I'm sure, is not really picking it up like it should. There's a golden tiger in here, also a dovi, and a yellow-headed saber. The Trimexes are definitely keeping them in check and away from the babies. I might want to bring the babies back over to the right though. fry are everywhere. Oh, not too close. And you know, you guys know I always have a saying, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this saying. With success come haters. So you know you're doing something right when you got a lot of people following you and support you, and you got a lot of haters. But I appreciate you haters too. Going on to sites like Monster Fish Keeper and Cichlid Madness and Water Wolves and all these different cichlid forms, debating whether or not the Pyro Trimac is a pure breed or not. And at the end of the day, like I said, you have a Trimac. A Trimac is a Trimac. Just like a Bar Midas is a Bar Midas, whether or not it's called an Amarillo, whether or not it's called a Hugga-Boom Room. What the heck is that anyway? A Isolus, a Chancho. You got the nerve to question the Pyro Trimac, and you got a fish out here called a Hugga-Boom Room. I even seen the Dovide, they called a red morph Dovide. The only literature and the only thing I seen on a red morph Dovide was from a guy named Aquamojo, the only picture and everything, but yet I haven't seen any cichlid forms debating whether or not it's a such thing or is this fish real or red morph Dovide. Now I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because it very well might be true. It might be a red morph Dovide out there somewhere. Who am I to question that? I never seen it. Just because you never seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. But wow, it's a very fishy story. But we are dealing with fish. Look at the yellowhead saber, and he's out of there. The male Trimac is keeping him in check. Woo! So on that note, this skip, I'm out.